it has been nuts. And I have to tell you, if you were in the event in the UK, if you came out to Birmingham and had the chance to hang out with us, we absolutely loved it. We were drawn in by your energy. We were so excited, and I can't even tell you how excited I am for you to just take advantage of this amazing opportunity. And the dynamic of this group is just not like things that other people do. It's just really cool that we have this type of group going. So when we were getting this training ready, we just talked about what we felt really comfortable with as a coach, what our niche was almost. And for me, it's been always very natural to talk about free groups, because that's just really how I've grown my business over the last couple of years. So that's what I get to walk you through today and talk to you about. But before we get into that, just a couple of reminders. So if you are in a pre-launch group, that is a great place. But what that group is ultimately going to be right now is sort of a sneak peek into coaching and challenge groups. So it is a great place for people to go who want more information, or for people to go who are really interested in challenge groups. They are for you to add your customers, your potential coaches. But we have also launched our founding coach membership group. And it basically is anyone who is saying, yep, I am ready to sign up as a coach. As soon as October 19th rolls around, I am ready, I am committed. I want you to reach out to the person who invited you onto this call. I want you to reach out to them and say, hey, I know the information, I know the basics, and I'm ready to be one of the founding coaches. Because when you become a founding coach, you basically are ready to take this business on full speed ahead and just really focus on growth, helping people, and creating an income while making an impact. So please make sure that you reach out and you just say, hey, I'm ready for a pre-qual. I am ready to join the team as soon as it launches. Just tell me what I need to do, and they will direct you in the right path. So, okay, are you guys ready to get started? I absolutely love talking about this, and I was thrilled when I had the opportunity to present on it. So if you guys can give me a little nudge and tell me again if you guys can see my screen okay. I'm going to open my chat bar. Cool, Tracy. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I am going to be talking to you about free groups. And what's awesome is that every single one of you have this great opportunity in front of you to be starting the conversations about challenge groups and about coaching by creating free group funnels. Now, free groups are just that. I run mine on Facebook. If you are somebody who prefers to run your business outside of social media, there are great meet and greet options that you can do as well. But the free group is a funnel system. It is an opportunity for you to develop relationships with people and really focus on really helping them achieve results. And then when you have a product in front of you to launch, it's a very natural transition. So you guys are ready to dive in? Because this is good stuff. I'm excited to share this. All right, so why are we going to do it? So here's the deal. You don't have a product in front of you that people can purchase yet, but what you do have is what you represent. What you love, you have your personality, you have, your own little spin that you can put on things. So people are going to see the value of what you have to offer. It's basically like you are opening the doors to your business, but you are letting people in as an early access to see what it's all about. The other thing it does is it creates a standout factor. Most people are not going to put the time into adding value and helping people when they're not making a commission. You guys are going to see the value of helping people get results before commission is even possible. The other factor is that it's going to help you create these authentic relationships with other people. They're going to get a feel for what you're like, for who you are. They're going to start to understand what you have to offer. And they are just going to know that when the time comes, if they want to pursue Beachbody, you're going to be the natural choice. It creates a desire and calls out the need for what you offer. You can start having those conversations with people about struggling with craving, struggling with sugar, or really needing to lose a couple pounds, or not having time to get to the gym, or being a busy mom and just needing a 30-minute-a-day solution, or struggling with those portions. And you are going to have an opportunity to be able to create that desire by having those conversations. And it systematically funnels the people that are interested. You know, you're going to be able to see who's really engaged. You're going to be able to have good conversations with people. You're going to be able to tell who are the people that could potentially make really good coaches based on who's engaging with you and who's in it. And it helps you bridge the gap between now and the launch, that time period where it's like, okay, what can I do? How can I really prep myself? How can I get ready? And if you were in Birmingham, you might remember Alyssa talking about the list of 100. What a great way to create a list of 100. And honestly, it's pretty easy to do. And I'm going to help you guys do just that today. So this is what a funnel looks like. First, you start with attraction, meaning that you're putting something out that people are attracted to. And this is all about your personality. Now, for those of you who see the vibe on the Dream Team panel, so you've got Alyssa, you've got Deidre, you've got me, you've got Melanie, we're all different, right? We all have different quirks. We all have different personalities. Some of us absolutely talk about loving nutrition. Some of us love talking about fitness. Some of us love talking about confidence. And no matter what it is, there's a certain type of person who's going to be attracted to what you have to offer. So we're going to start thinking about that law of abundance. We're going to start thinking about how there are enough people to go around, and there certainly are. And then we funnel it even closer. So yeah, I get what she's doing, and now I'm gonna be able to start interacting with the people who are attracted to what I have to offer. And then interaction piques interest. And with piqued interest comes engagement. It comes engagement in your posts. It comes engagement in what you have to offer. It comes engagement in, just your personality, in the content that you're creating, in the workouts that you're doing. And then comes action. And although we have a long time until October, that's going to come up fast. And this is going to provide a great chance for us to create value up front. So when it is time to come to take action, they're going to be ready to go. Okay? So now that we sort of know how it works, attraction, then we focus on interaction, then we focus on interest, then we focus on engagement, boom, action. This is what we're going to do. Okay? So let's talk about attraction. So there's two trainings that I did, and they're on my YouTube channel. I can link them into the groups later, but there's one I did on social media storytelling. I talked about it in Birmingham, and Jess is going to be able to get, or not Jess, Jamie is going to be able to get us a portion of that training. She didn't get it all recorded, but she's going to be able to get a portion of that training out there. So storytelling is a method. It's a way of really putting yourself out there and being unique, putting your own spin on coaching. And if you really want to see a good spin, go look at the timeline of any of the panel coaches. And you're going to see that each one of them put their own spin on what coaching is. I also have another, which is called the Post-it note method, which talks about how I create the content for social media. So it's not about just slapping a post on social media. There's a purpose behind posts. Okay, so how do we do it? All right, so we're going to start focusing on adding value up front. Think about your favorite followers on social media. Why do you follow them? What do they have to offer? Are you down with their fashion advice? Do you follow them because maybe you like specifically their home interior designing? Or maybe you really love watching somebody who does different planking moves. Or maybe you really love following someone because they're great at healthy recipes. No matter what it is, they in some way offer value that you are like, I want to go back for more. We're going to start thinking about what that value is that we're going to create so that people are going back to our social media. They're going back for more. And that's when they're going to start seeing when you post about Beachbody. They're going to start seeing when you post about the free group that you're going to offer. They're going to see all of that. But we want to make sure that we're not just putting random stuff on social media. We're being very intentional with what we're putting out there. And it has to be something that offers value. It makes somebody's life better. It makes their day better. Maybe you're really good at motivational things, or really you're great at coming up with those like 30-second clips of workouts. You want to start thinking about what that is. And if you're not sure, think about what you tend to value. What are the things you look for? It doesn't have to be something that's connected with fitness. It's just a way of getting the right people to see what you have to offer. Now, social media is funny. Personally, I tend to post 2 times a day, not really 3, more like 2. And that is because I focus on quality content instead of just quantity. A lot of people, it used to be actually on Facebook, and I speak mostly of Facebook because that's where I really feel I get the most traction. It used to be on Facebook that there was no algorithm, meaning you could post 5 to 10 to 15 times a day, and you would keep going up in the search. You would just be seen by the amount of posting you put out. Well, Facebook kind of got smart, and they were like, this is sort of spammy, and they stopped having content seen that wasn't really adding that value that audiences really didn't connect with. So you're going to notice that your audience probably connects with a certain type of post, and those are the things that we're going to be looking for, and you don't have to post a lot. So those of you who do work full-time or have other things going on, you can really get away with posting about 2 times a day if your quality content is looking good, okay? You're going to speak to your audience. You're going to be authentic with your audience, meaning you're going to talk like you usually talk. You're going to talk about the things that matter most to you. You're going to be authentic to just who you are. You're not going to try to be someone that you are not. And be okay totally with not being somebody else's jam. Someone's not going to like you. Someone's going to unfollow you. Someone's going to block you. And you're going to be like, it's totally okay. Because I know that some people are not going to like what I'm throwing down, but I want to work with the people that need this, that want my help, that are interested in what I have to offer, and who feel as though there is value being added to their life simply because they showed up on my page. All right. And then the accountability, showing up on your Facebook wall or on your Instagram account, that accountability in terms of your fitness or your nutrition, that's accountability for yourself and for others. The bigger reason that you do any of this is because you're establishing trust. You don't need to have a Beachbody account as a coach to be able to start doing this now. You don't need to be able to have somebody have a challenge pack to sign up for. Now you can start creating a following on your social media just by doing these things, just by being you, just by figuring out what is it that people who follow me want to see. And if you're not sure what that is, ask a friend. Ask a friend that isn't necessarily interested in health and nutrition, but say, like, what do you think of when I come to your mind? Like, what do you think of? And a lot of times they'll be able to give you that honest advice without necessarily like overthinking it. It's just something that you sometimes don't even think of yourself. Okay. All right. So once you have started sort of putting some jabs out there, you've started attracting people in that you think would sort of be like you, or maybe you started posting a little bit about health and fitness, or maybe you started to see some engagement with those fashion posts that you've put out, we're going to make an announcement. And our announcement is going to be our first opportunity for interaction. Now, people have kind of already been attracted to the jam that we throw down, that what we do, who we are, what we stand for. So we sort of have this following of people that get what we're doing. And then we create a group. Now, if you're not sure of the specifics, it's probably for another video, but you're going to create a group on Facebook. And the group is going to be a closed group. And it is going to be some type of fitness or nutrition or some type of environment where you are going to funnel people in who want to get healthy or fit. Now, please notice that even if you find yourself like being someone that people come to for fashion advice, there is a crossover into the health and fitness world. And that is that everybody needs health and fitness, right? Everybody needs what we have to offer. Everybody's always looking for ways to get healthier. They're looking for ways to get healthier with their family. They're looking to lose those stubborn few pounds. They're looking to gain confidence. So it's very natural, even if you're not leading with health and fitness, that it is a secondary thing. All right, so we're gonna make an interaction post. We're gonna make some type of post, and I'm gonna show you an example about a free group that we're gonna run. So we're gonna talk about in the post why we are offering it, when we are offering it, meaning the specifics, the date, all of that. We're gonna paint the picture of the person it's for, and that's really considering who your audience is. And then we're gonna share it consistently or jabs about it 1 to 1.5 weeks before we launch the actual group. Gather your interest with consistency. So I want you to understand that if you are posting this on Instagram or you are posting this on Facebook, the average amount of people who see any post that you do is about 10%. So if you put a post out there and you go, oh man, no one wants to join my group, it's probably because you just haven't been consistent enough with it. And not everything has to look like a fancy invitation. A lot of the posts that you put out there can be pictures like the one you see here, where you just in the comments section have a link to the group that you've set up. Or it could be something where you are talking about, you know, the food or recipes, or maybe you do a slow cooker group. And in that slow cooker group, you have a picture holding your crock pot. You can play around with it. You can't be scared to fail. You can't be scared that people aren't going to like your post, because chances are it's just going to take a few times of putting it out there. All right, so moving on. Let me give you an example. So this is an example post, and I use something called Canva, CANVA.com, and you just sign up for a free account. And this is one that I did back in May, but you kind of are going to get the feel. So I basically told them the specifics, and in the comments, and you can't see it, I gave them the link to the event that I created for it. So I gave them a little glimpse into my personality, right? So let me be real. I have curves. I am not skinny. I am fit. Sure, I could work a little harder to tighten up, but why is having curves looked at as a bad thing? Can you tell? I'm speaking to my audience, the one with the curves, the ones who are just trying to be healthy, the ones who want to be confident in their own skin. Dude, this, and I say dude a lot, so clearly like that's me. If you don't say dude, it's probably not a good word for you. This body graced me with 2 babies and a bout of stage 4 cancer. Curves, it's all gravy, baby. If you ask me, I think a woman with curves is an awesome thing, and if you ask me, I'm all about enhancing those curves. Celebrate that shiz, right? So let's do that, shall we? 5 days of fitness, so I say specifically what it is. Meal plans and a little sprinkling, I spelled it wrong, of my confidence boosting tips. So I was very specific with what they were going to get in that. You click to the event for the details, right? So guess what? I put that post out there. It's a formal invitation, but you know what else I'm going to do throughout the week? I'm going to talk about confidence. I'm going to talk a little bit about having curves. I'm going to talk a little bit about how when I was a kid, I was teased because I was chubbier. I'm going to talk about, not taking yourselves too seriously with your fitness. I'm going to talk about meal plans that have helped me keep off the 25 pounds that I lost. And I'm going to do those jabs out there, reminding them, yep, I've got a free group coming up. Yep, I've got a free group coming up. Yep, I've got a free group coming up. And that is specifically what I'm going to do when I have my content out there. So, hey guys, we have that chat bar open too. So if you want to comment, or if you want to or if you have questions, or if I'm going too fast, please make sure you slow me down and you just ask me for it. So, or any help. Is this good so far? Are we good? Are we kind of brainstorming in our heads, what it's all about? I hope so. I hope I didn't lose anyone. All right, cool, Tracy. I'm going to keep going. All right. How long are your challenge groups? So, Farah, these are more my free groups. I run them once a month, and I personally run them 5 to 10 days, depending on the type of group that I'm doing. For you, it might be different because it's really your call. You could really almost do in ongoing group until the launch. And I would almost recommend that for you. So you can just keep adding people until you launch in October. My personal challenge groups, though, the ones that people pay for, I tend to run them 3 weeks plus 1 week of preseason. And then I rotate people into the group as we go on. So it always lines up that when people are finishing a group, they can start a new group. It can last 30 days. The cool thing about this business is it's really up to you. You know, I've seen coaches create ongoing groups that they just keep adding people to. I've seen people theme their groups. It's all your call. I think, yes, Yasmin, I do mean a private group. Yeah. You have to think too, a lot of people, there's Facebook, and then there's like a wall, like your timeline, your news feed, and then there's groups. And your groups are private unless you have it set to public. I always create them as a closed group because it creates this sense of just privacy with your challengers. So I really want to make sure I respect that too, especially because women, when we talk about confidence or we talk about our weight or we talk about, you know, just having curves, like, you know, people don't necessarily want to share that, on social media. So, okay, so this is an invite post, but while I'm doing that, I'm also this is just one sample of it. So I'm going to go on. Okay, so we have our invites set up. We put it out there. And maybe for you guys, it's a free 30-day group. Maybe it's a free 5-day group. Maybe it's an ongoing group. Yep, and closed group as opposed to secret. Okay, so I'm glad you asked that. A closed group means that people can find it, people can search it, but you still have to add to it. A secret one is not searchable. I prefer closed groups because I'll often do tags, and people can, if somebody's just randomly searching like hourglass challenge or something like that, sometimes they want to be added. So I prefer closed. People still on a timeline can't see the posts, if that makes sense. So yeah. All right, so you're going to create your group. You just want to talk to whoever invited you onto this call and say, okay, well, what's best? Should I do one group leading up to it where I just constantly add new people? Do I want to run, you know, a couple of 5-day groups? What do I specifically want to do? If you have Beachbody On Demand too, one of my tips is to go into any of the programs. I specifically look at T25. And if you go into the product materials, you're going to find a number of meal plans, like tons and tons of meal plans. You can use those meal plans with your challengers. So just a thought. All right. So I want you to think about, okay, so what are your needs? Create, what is their biggest needs? We're thinking about what we want to share, what type of group. And this is something I want all of you to sort of think about. So just like I was doing with confidence, what I was talking about with curves, I really started to think about the type of scripts I could put out there. So I knew when I was talking about confidence, I was going to talk about personal development. I knew that I was going to talk a little bit about my own story. I knew that I wanted my audience to sort of connect themselves to what I was offering. I wanted them to see themselves in there. Very, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Oh, that is good. Yep. And there's a Fixate cooking show on Beachbody On Demand. And I don't know if you guys have checked it out, but a couple of the videos are really good because they talk about how to clean out your pantry. They talk about 21-day fix essentials. It's really good. That was a side note. But yeah. All right, so how do I share it, right? So I know I'm going to do this free group. I know I want to get people. I have made a challenge to myself to get 100 people into this group. How am I going to do it? So I'm going to do it with an event. I'm going to run a public event on my like page or my personal page or my Instagram. I'm going to post about it in some way daily. I'm going to do a giveaway in my event page to get people pumped and excited. And I'm going to ask people to tag their friends. I'm going to ask for those referrals. Maybe I'm going to write a blog post. Maybe I'm going to go live and actually share a little piece of my story or share a little bit about what I'm going to be doing in there. I'm going to jab or share on Facebook or Instagram. And I'm going to ask people to do those tags. And I'm going to talk about what I offer. Okay, what's your group going to look like? What are you going to do when you get in there? What are you going to offer them? They're going to sit there and say, okay, why? Like, why would I join your group? Like, what is this all about? You want to really pique their curiosity. That's what we're going for here. You want to give them just a little bit to gain their interest so they go, heck yeah, I'm going to this party, okay? Here's some things that I have offered in my free groups that I want you to think about. Daily challenges. You know, I create an image on Canva, and I could show you guys my Canva too, but I create an image on Canva, and it might be plank week, right? Or I think, what did we do last time? Like we've done one like booty challenges or something, or buns and guns or something like that. And I'll do like daily workouts, and underneath the workouts, they will comment or they will post a sweaty selfie below. So I'll do daily challenges like that. I've given them recipes. I have a blog that people can go to, so I pull that content from my blog and then I give it to them in the group. For a water challenge, this is getting people to chug their water every day to feel like better. I know, you know, giving them that challenge. I have another one like that. My coach Rachel actually put it together. Maybe we'll do a day where there's going to be recipe sharing and everyone has to share a cleaned up recipe. Or we do cleaned up cocktails. You know, if you enjoy your happy hour, cleaning up some of those cocktails, that might be a great option for you too. But you really want to make sure that you're focusing on daily engagement, right? You want to see and focus on who's interacting with you too, who's showing up every day, because they're going to be really good coaches or challengers. And then also you want to jab. You want to start putting out there a little bit about what you plan to be doing in October. And so maybe that's saying to people, hey, you've got to check out Beachbody On Demand. You get a 14-day trial. Or, you know, you get to say, I'm getting ready to go on a call to help me learn more about how to coach other people through fitness programs and nutritional supplements. But you have to find a way that you are connecting with people and putting it out there, what you're going to be doing. Another thing that I want to say is that works really well for me is that this group, this type of group, really helps me funnel people. And that means that I have to get their emails, right? So anything can happen to Facebook on any given day. But if I know I have their emails, I know that even beyond a group, I have an opportunity to still engage with them. And so I put out an ebook. I have a free meal plan recipe template. So I give them a free recipe, but I also have their email. And I don't spam them, but I do engage with them. I do tell them what they're doing. Like I do tell them like what I have going on. And it might be like if you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, what could I do? You could do a daily recipe in your email, like for 5 days. You know, it's called a drip campaign. And I use Aweber, but I think MailChimp is free. You could sign up. It's just MAIL chimp, CHIMP.com. And if these are different in the UK, I think we can kind of work together to sort of figure out maybe what a good email campaign is going to be. Or you could do a monthly newsletter or a recipe of the month, or you could give them an ebook of some sort that goes back to what you offered in the free group. So maybe it's 5 days of confidence, or 5 days, I've done like a restful one or a faith-based one, or maybe you're doing, maybe you, like Farah was saying, like gluten-free recipes or something like that. So you're giving them something. You are grabbing their interest too. But it's also a great way to sort of throw out the jabs of what you're gonna be doing with Beachbody, okay? All right. So like I was saying with interest, and this goes back, this is sort of a summary. You want to make sure that you're offering them value. So if you're getting an email from them, you're explaining why. You're getting a meal plan. You're getting an ebook. You're getting this, that, or the other thing. You want to make sure that they know what's in it for them. They know what is going to be in their free group. They know exactly how long it's going to be. They're going to know what it's going to look like. There's a clear expectation on their part. There's a clear return on why they're going to invest or not invest. I'm sorry, just going to sign up for your free group. And they're going to get value for it, because that's the key. Is if you are offering them value before you even have a product to sell, when you do have the product that you're going to be sharing and telling them about, you are going to be already trusted. You're going to be the source that they go to. You do this, I provide this, and it benefits you because. So that's a great question to ask yourself as you're getting ready to prep a free group is, okay, I want them to do this. I am going to provide this, and it's going to benefit them because of what? Okay, free workouts, free meal plan, free ebook, giveaway, 30-minute consult, whatever it might be. This is what we want to make sure that we're adding out there so it piques their interest. All right, so like I said, I create an event, and if you go to One Fit Fighter and you click some of my old events, you'll totally see these, but I give them things that pique their interest that they can connect to. I'm going to tell them a little bit about a fitness challenge. No sign up, no email needed. This was one that I did a while ago. There's that option. And then I did a poll right in the event, and I asked them what they wanted in the free group. I totally asked them. And as we were adding more people in, I was getting more responses. So these are a couple of the images. And honestly, if you want to screenshot it, you can totally do that. This is a little bit, though, of what I did to get their engagement up. Yeah, I can totally get a list together. The other coaches and I can absolutely do that too, of different challenges we've done. We also have quite a few scripts between all of us, so I'm sure we can get that together for you as well. So those are a couple images that I did in the event, and please feel free to go to just One Fit Fighter on Facebook. And if you click on the events and you scroll a little bit, you can look for various free workouts or whatever. Yep. All right, next page. Let's go on. Okay. So engagement, there's a couple of different ways that I can engage them, right? So if I have collected an email, one thing that I might do is send them a welcome via the email. And so once they do an email, they're going to get a welcome to the group. I'm so glad you signed up. Here is your fill in the blank, whatever you are giving them. Number two, and it could be that you are giving them an access to Beachbody On Demand by giving them the link to Beachbody On Demand for 14 days. That option too. So you might not even, you want to do that, you can totally do that too. Something that will help them. So another email, so I'll probably send about 3 emails out. So something that will help them. In addition to a recipe, something that you personally love or have benefited from, whether it's a product or a site that has helped you, or an article, or Beachbody On Demand. You can give them that link to test out. You're going to do something that maybe it's like halfway through where you really say, hey, what are you thinking of the challenge so far? How are you doing with everything? I was actually thinking of you guys, and I thought that this would be a great article for everything that we're doing. And maybe it's an article about confidence, but it's just a way to engage again. And then another one is, I thought you should know. I want you to know that Beachbody is actually heading to the UK, and I'm actually getting ready to become one of the coaches, one of the founding coaches, and I actually have some really great training going on, and you're doing an amazing job in the challenge group, and you're the first person that came to mind. There's an early enrollment process, and I really think you could do this. I think you could join me, and we could train together to be amazing coaches. And I would send that to people I know who are engaged with the group. And if there's somebody on a health and fitness journey and you are really helping them achieve results, man, maybe you invite them into your first challenge group, or you just can be so creative with it. Like maybe you want to invite them into you want to pre-qual them for your first challenge group, or first Beachbody On Demand challenge group. No matter what. The other thing is you want to remember that in the group, just keep it fun. Be consistent, show up every day. If you're asking them to do planks or you're asking them to put their sweaty selfie, you show up too. You consistently share that you are also engaged with them. Show up and totally participate yourself. Purposefully post your jabs about Beachbody, what you're doing, what it's about. You want to put those jabs out there as well. Not every day, but every once in a while, just talk a little bit about this, because you just never know. All right, so moving on, we got a couple more, and then I have some time for questions. So if you're thinking of questions, totally get them ready. So then, once you have a successful group going, there's a couple of action steps that you can take. You can send that invitation out there to let them know what you are going to be doing in October and beyond. If somebody stands out to you and there's somebody that you could totally see being a good coach, you want to make sure that you message them, that you personally reach out to them, you explain to them why you think they would be good. Or if it's a challenger, if somebody's that rockin' your free group and you really want to help them take their fitness to the next level, you're going to let them know about the challenge group that's coming up. Personalize outside the group. So what I mean by that is outside of the group, are you sending invitations? Are you sending personal messages? Are you sending emails to let them know that you're taking that one extra step? And isn't it funny how, I think about in my own business where I sometimes forget to follow up, or I sometimes forget to just take that extra step. And when people actually remember how much that actually means, just to even say to someone, you're doing a great job, or maybe they tell you what they want to be able to lose in terms of their weight, and they're depending on you, and you're really helping them, and you want them to make sure that they know they can trust you. Personalize it outside the group. If you post on their timeline, or you comment on something they said on Instagram, or you send them a video message. You can do that now on Facebook, where you send them a video message and say, I'm really proud of you. All of that is going to be getting you ready for a successful launch. Those little extra steps that you can take. All right, so next step, so you can continue running a group. I would almost advise it. I think I'm so used to running shorter free groups, but it totally is making sense that you would run a free group for the remainder until it launches. Continue running a free group. Suggest Beachbody On Demand. Connect with your challengers. I'm sorry for the typo. Connect with your challengers with your coach to get them in a challenge group. So when you become a coach and you decide with your upline, if you're running your own group or if you're co-running one, whatever you decide together, make sure your challengers know that they're going to be taken care of, that you're going to make sure you get them into a group. Consistently share your journey on social media. Talk about what's going on in your free groups. Talk about where the party's at. Talk about enrollment. Maybe every other week you're enrolling 10, 15 new people into your Rockstar, free group, or your fitness challenge, or whatever it might be. So consistently share that on your social media. All right, and then one more thing that I want you to consider is, we said at the beginning of the call that one thing that we talked about in Birmingham is you want to create your list of potentially 100 people. A free group is a really easy way to do that. This free group thing works when you work. Is it additional work? Yeah, it really is. But the thing is, it does work. And so here are a couple of tips that I want you to consider. Number one, tracking is a must. Keeping track of the people who go into your group, keeping track of the people who are posting consistently, keeping track of the people who maybe added 10 or 15 of their own friends, because that kind of person is bold and they will likely be a good coach. You want to make sure that you have logged in from another device. I didn't, unless Melody did. Can you guys still see me? I hope so. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so people move throughout the funnel. So sometimes people are attracted, they might be engaged for a little bit, they might fall off, and then you say the right thing at the right time, and they're back to being attracted what you have to offer. So you have to understand that people move in and out of the funnel. They move through different areas of the funnel. I think of it as the 1 in 10 rule. So for example, if I have 60 people in a free group, I know that 6 of them are likely going to sign up. Sounds kind of low, but honestly, that's pretty high. If you just say to yourself, all right, if I have 100 people in this group, 10 of them are going to sign up. Can you imagine what that would mean for your first week as a Beachbody coach? Can you imagine what that would mean for your business? So you say to yourself, I can get 100 people this month. I can get 100 people next month. That's 200 people. That's potentially 20 or more challengers or coaches. How amazing would that be? I find emails to be key, a great way of communicating. And I know that consistency matters. Offer enough to engage without too much. So there's this expression like, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free, or something like that. So we want to make sure that they're starting to see the value of nutrition, the value of fitness, the value of what we have to offer by running a great group, but still leaving them curious about what a challenge group is like, leaving them curious about Shakeology, leaving them curious about the health and fitness. if they do that 14-day Beachbody on Demand, and you're leaving them with wanting more, you know, you're flirting with them a little bit. You're like, this is so awesome. I can't wait for you guys to get the full trial of the full year subscription, right? And you guys, like I said, in Birmingham, you matter. You know, you have something to offer. You have your unique spin that you can put on this. So here is what I want you guys to start thinking about. Set your goal. Set your goal at getting 100 people into a free group. Let the person who invited you onto this call know exactly when you plan to start it. Let that person know what your goal is, what your first invitation is going to be. Let them know what a couple of your jabs are going to look like. And once you have that information together, you don't think about it. You just start getting to work. You just start focusing on it. And once you have the ball rolling and that momentum going, what a great launch you're going to have. It's going to be amazing. So you just need to say to yourself, I have totally got this. I'm going to create an awesome free group that's going to leave them curious about Beachbody, leave them curious about what I'm doing about coaching, and I am just going to help each person in that group just rock it. So that is all I have for you. It's a lot to take in, but here is my call to action. Set up your free group. Let people know, let your upline or your soon-to-be upline know when you plan to start it. Figure out what that free group is going to look like, what you're going to offer in that free group, and set your goal as to how many people you want to get in your free group, how many people you can help, how many people you can inspire. And then you focus on them. You help them with nothing in return. You know, you do it just because you know that you are setting the foundation for a successful business. So with that being said, don't forget, you can check my events, my past events over on One Fit Fighter. You can do that. You can kind of see how I set them up, how I do referrals, how I do giveaways and all of that. But more importantly, what questions do you have for me? What do you want from me? How can I help you sort of set this? And if you just want to post or comment below. And I know I may have overwhelmed you guys with information, but this is like my surefire way of getting it done. Like, this has always been the way that I've built my business, especially in the last 2 years as Facebook, I found, kind of changed a little bit. I really made sure that I offered that value up front by running the free groups. Do you guys have questions for me? Okay, yeah, Kate, that's fine. I know it was a lot of information, so I would suggest that. Just watch it again and just pause it and say, okay, I can do this. Or if you sort of open up my event page and see how I kind of throughout a week advertise it in the events page, but I also do that on my timeline too, so I talk about the same thing. Kim, so people will sign up for your free group. People will sign up. Just, you have to look at it like, I'm going to share this with people because it's really true to who I am. Now, if you are somebody who is trying to run a free crock pot group and you don't even own a crock pot and you hate cooking, you might not have people sign up. But maybe you just have fun with it. So if you like fashion or you like makeup, there is a way that you can integrate those with your fitness. Or maybe you do like a squat and make it up challenge or something and teach people how to fit fitness in to their busy lifestyle. Just think creatively. And that's the fun part of this job, is that you are going to put your own unique spin on this. You're going to nail it because you are just going to be true to that. And you're going to have people sign up for your free group. You are. You just are. You're a rock star. So you're going to have people sign up. No. And I hope Mesa, I hope I'm saying that right. I don't think that you need to promote a post at this page. You can't at this stage. You can, but honestly, I don't think you need to. I would run it though. I would run a post if you already have a business page in Instagram or your personal page. I would do a post on all of those fronts. Oh, forget what I am now. Yeah, Amanda, this makes, yeah, it is a funnel. And I think that's the thing, is when you really look at it like, I am showing people a way that they can trust me, and I'm not asking them to do anything in return, but I am giving them the opportunity to get to know me. It's like kind of like, I don't know, like if you go on a date with someone but you know, you're just getting a feel for what you're like, and you can make your opinion based on more than what you just see. So although they might be following you on social media and creating like sort of an idea of what you're like, your free group is going to let them know if you're their jam or not, because they're going to see you every day showing up consistently, sharing something that you believe in, that you're passionate about, that you have fun with, that really is your own unique spin. I'm concerned about sending people emails as well as we get so many. But you say emails work really, yeah, they do work really well for me, because they know going into it when they sign up that they're going to get it from me. So I think sometimes when people sign up for emails, they don't realize they're signing up for it. Or if you go to a store and they're like, what's your email? And you just give it out. But in this, they are getting something in return. I am getting that for them. Or in the group, I will say, hey, check your emails. I sent out an email today with one of my favorite blog posts that I've ever read. So they're actually looking for it. No, email. So once they're in the free group, my main source of communication is with them, but I still communicate with the newsletters, or like once a month, I send out a recipe from my blog, something like that. So I've seen some coaches saying, shout out you're doing Beachbody and building curiosity. What's the best way to go? Sam, it's personal preference. To be honest, in my free groups, I don't tend to do Beachbody. I just tend to jab out Beachbody on demand to sign up for a trial. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I really don't have them do shout out, but I do have them say, like, if they've had success, I might do a giveaway of some sort. People love tank tops, like really inexpensive tank tops with Target out here, and I'll pick up a couple of those. But a lot of times I'll have them be like, they'll do a post where it will be like, I just did a free fighter workout, and I lost, you know, like 2 or 3 pounds this week, and I feel awesome. You know, if you want to join the group, the link is in the comments, and it's just another great funnel for you. And then you can just give them a small little prize. So, or you can do a drawing for it. I have people in my group who were keen to get going, but they are silent during it, to despite me trying to get them to participate. I'm not sure. I have people in my free group who were keen to get going. So what do you think it is? I think I'm going to push you a little bit on there. So a lot, yeah, like not everybody is going to go into the group and like get going, because that's fitness. Like some people are just like, oh wait, this is work. I didn't expect this to be work. So I think sometimes you just show up. You know, the more consistent you are with showing up, and you're just constantly motivating them and like pushing them to be better, or drawing them in with like a giveaway, or, you know, just encouraging them in some way. You just run your groups in a way that you show up. And you have to remember, you can only control so much. You can't control what people are going to do or not willing to do. But with that being said too, I do have people that don't necessarily participate, but they do the workouts on their own, and they show up on their own, and then they message me and they'll say, Katie, thanks so much for the week. I did a great job. I feel much better. My pants are looser, or something like that. Yeah, don't be scared. Hannah, this is all gravy, baby. It is all good. You know, anytime you guys do something new that's totally uncomfortable, outside your comfort zone, it is trial and error. You might start this group and say, nope, gotta tweak it. This isn't working the way that I wanted it to. Or this isn't me. This doesn't sound like me. I don't think this is working the way that I wanted to. And you might have to switch it up a little bit. That is okay. My cover photo is not professional, and it's a compilation of my transformation. Mesa, I would reach out to whoever invited you, whoever your coach is, and just ask them what they think or give you advice on it. I don't think that's a hit or miss with cover photo. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but they might be able to give you some pointers. With only a few weeks to launch, I feel like I really need to have participated in programs to know what I'm selling before I'm offering something. Natasha, have you done the Beachbody on demand? Have you signed up for Beachbody on demand so you can get a feel for it, so you can do it? So that if you have not yet, I would run your free group like that. I would lead with Beachbody On Demand. I would actually do a group that focuses on Beachbody On Demand, and you are actually taking people through it. So you might say something like, I just signed up for, you know, something called Beachbody On Demand, and I've never done it before, but there's a number of programs on there that are Beachbody, from Insanity to T25 to P90X, and I'm actually looking for 20 women who totally want to do this for free along with me. And you just put it out there like that. So I would maybe try it like that. I hope that, does that help, Natasha? Do you guys have any other questions? So I hate already talking about it. Okay, so I think that's going to come with confidence, right? So yeah, you have a free group, right? But the other part about having a free group versus having a paid group is that when somebody's actually invested in themselves, invested in getting results, they have more skin in the game. And it's not going to come up as salesy if it's something that you yourself are going to be doing with them. If you have already established trust, I believe that this is going to be a transition. Everyone is not going to do it. There are going to be people who watch you for a month, for 2 months, but there has to be a piece of confidence that comes with it too, that says, I am really committed to my challengers. I'm really committed to helping them get results. And I know that I can make that commitment with them when they're invested in themselves. I hope that helps. Cool. Awesome. You're welcome, Shay. Cool. And Farah, we can talk about that too, because I'm pretty sure that most people, their biggest concern when they sign as a coach, and even now, like with my new coaches, is that they don't want to offend. They don't want anyone to think that they are coming off as salesy. So you have to say to yourself, you have to set an affirmation for yourself that you want to help people. And if you genuinely want to help people, they are going to want to invest in you as their coach. They are going to want your support. And I always say to people that I would not be a good coach if I didn't have my toolbox. You know, the toolbox, the Beachbody On Demand, the Shakeology, all of that is just going to be a toolkit for you to become a better coach to people, for you to really help them achieve their results, because you have the full package. All right, so you guys, I know this was a lot of information. I recorded the call. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. I'm going to send it out your way. Yep. Yeah. I have a lot of friends. Cool. Yeah, just start putting it out there. Get your jabs out there. Get a post together. Send it to the person who invited you onto this call and let them know. Yay, I'm glad you guys like Beachbody On Demand. Oh, and in Beachbody On Demand, I always explore new things. You can actually send someone a recommendation of a workout they can do by having them, there's like, I think it's under trainers. I want to say it's under trainers. You can actually do an assessment of what workout is best for you based on your level. Yeah, cool. All right, anything else you guys need from me tonight? It's really cool. I have to figure out where it is though. I'm gonna look for that. Just play around with it. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Anything else? All right, guys, I'm gonna end this recording and I will chat with you later. Have a great day. Night. I guess it's night over there. See you guys.